Hey, good morning, you guys. Welcome to episode 54 of the First and 10 NFL New York Jets podcast. Good morning, brother. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm at the point where there's so much draft talk. I almost feel like I'm done. I'm tired of discussing it. Let's get this draft going. I wish it
Let's just
wasn't.
get it go. Right.
Yeah, it's 26 more days away, but there's just so, especially in the Jet community, no one seems to agree on who do we want, go offense, go defense. What happens if, the three best defensive ends are off the board when it's our pick? Do you go O-line or do you take the next defensive end just to take them? I don't know. It's crazy, Kev. We have a strong fan base and we're passionate, but I feel like you can't get two Jet fans to agree anymore on anything. It's wild. It's wild.
Personally, if he's there at 4, I want Kayvon.
Okay.
It's about getting Josh Allen. It's about getting Mac Jones. It's about,
Now, is there anything about Kayvon that worries you?
I mean, not at this point. No.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I heard that off the field issues and stuff like. All right, that's just about everybody these days.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about getting the quarterback, man.
No, I agree. And if you can't get to the quarterback, you're sunk. You're sunk.
Defense wins championships.
Kayvon is a guy I want too. If he's sitting there at 4, I want him. I just, you hear the fan base go back and forth. I heard someone say, he's one-dimensional. Like he doesn't have a lot of different moves to make him quick off the line to do things like a spin or a turn or a karate chop.
Coach him up.
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm hearing that. Then you hear some people say, well, he just wants to collect that 5-year and then he's looking to retire. His heart's not totally in football. I can't say that. I don't know the man. I haven't sat with the man. Yeah, you hear blurbs and interviews they do while they're in college and whatever.
Well,
Oregon's
pro day was Friday and we were there and glowing reviews, I heard. So,
all right.
We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, the same thing. It's the same thing. There's Jameis Williams from Alabama. I understand he was hurt and he might not be ready till August, but he's going to be ready. He's going to be fine. Dudes get hurt in college doesn't mean they're going to be hurt in the pros. I believe Metcalf was hurt in college and he's been pretty much an outstanding player for Seattle. Has he missed any time that I'm aware of? A couple of games, maybe?
Here and there, maybe, yeah. I mean,
this Jameis Williams from Alabama graded the highest out of any receivers, 87.5. He could tear the top off our defense.
I mean, I wish we would trade for one of these wide receivers. I really do. I mean, I'd love to get A.J. Brown here. Hey, Mr. Elijah Moore, freaking
partying down at Miami with him.
Alumni, yeah, for his birthday, sure.
I mean, the good news is that our GM did say they got their hands ready and everything. They have enough money and draft capital to do whatever there is. So they're not sleeping on this. But what I like what Joe D says, that we're not also going to give away the fun. Like, we're not going to overpay for someone because there are other needs and other people we're going to have to pay down the line. Finally, responsible spending. I like it.
Can't beat it. Hey, and you know what was pretty cool? I saw at Wilson, Zach down there working out with Barrios and Carter down in Miami.
Yeah.
Last week he was out there with Corey Davis in Nashville.
Yep.
Next week he goes to Arizona with Elijah Moore and a couple other guys. So,
well, I'm glad you said that because one name I'm going to bring up that is going to be in there is Mims. Everyone was, and listen, we all have the right to be down on him. I'm not willing to give up just yet. Now, I don't know my word means nothing, but everyone for the last 72 hours, you see, Zach's not working with Mims. The writing's on the wall. Oh, Mims is not at any of these throwing things that Zach's doing. The writing's on the wall. Well, there's the writing. He's going to be there this week in Arizona working with Mims.
What the hell are you talking about?
I believe Jeff Smith is there. So that's what I'm saying. Like, we have to relax. We have to relax. Let this all play out. Let the draft play out. Let's not attack each other and say nasty things to everyone. I know there's a Twitter feud going on with a few friends of mine on Twitter. Oh, we like this. Oh, you're crazy. Please, enough. Yeah, I'm glad it doesn't involve me for a change. I just sit back with my popcorn and read the tweets. I learned my lesson.
Kiss my ass. Let me post that picture with the list of the people that can kiss my ass.
Yeah. Like I've learned my lesson. Yeah. And I'm going to steal that from you, because that's going to be my new, like, whenever I'm just going to post that and walk away from it.
You shoot it right back to him. That's right.
I mean, we were all, the writing's on the wall, and it might be, but you know what? 48 hours, we all said, oh, it's clear Mims is not going to be here. Zach's not working with him. And now it came up last night, early today, that they're going to be in Arizona working together. So Jet fans, let's take a deep breath. Let's relax. Let's not, attack, our fellow man or woman because they have an opinion or a view. Let's just take it calm. We'll know where we stand in this draft. Who I like as a wide receiver, you might not like. Doesn't mean he's not a good player. Doesn't mean he doesn't fit the need.
That's right. That's right. I completely agree. And you also got the June 1st cuts coming, so you never know who's going to shake loose. So,
no, exactly. The fact that. Yeah, and people might say, oh, Joe Douglas missed out on this one. Always a bridesmaid, never a bride. But
nobody wants to come here.
Yeah. But you know what? To Joe D and Saleh, LaFleur, and the Jet now way of thinking is that this is what we see you. This is the dollar value we see you. We're not going over that because you have to want to be here. Yes, the money is nice, but you have to want. Chandler Jones didn't want to be here. Tyreek Hill didn't want to be here.
Now, and I don't want people that don't want to be here.
Yeah, I don't want you because we outbidded everyone.
Yeah, don't come here. Don't come here for the money.
Trumaine Johnson. I don't want you guys here.
Trumaine, what a crap waste of money that was.
I don't want that anymore. Smart spending, responsible spending is what Joe D is doing, and the guys who want to be here. Like, I love listening to the snippets of all these new free agents. Like, they say we're here because of Saleh. We're here because of the change in the building. Like, these players talk. They know what's going on.
That defensive end we signed the other day, Solomon.
Yeah, great depth piece, Kevin.
That's a beast, man.
Yeah. Great. I know. Listen, he was a 3rd round pick overall, so he's not living up. But him and the
that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you got picked.
Yes, they're good depth pieces. They coach them up and let them take off. Let them, do what they have to do.
And I like the talk from these guys. He's ready to roll, man. He's like, I'm ready to dominate. I'm ready to kick ass. So
I know it. Exactly. Everything you're hearing from this free agency class is you didn't hear, oh, he was overpaid, that's why he came in. They're telling you they like what they're hearing. They like what's coming out of the mouth of Joe D, Saleh, what the team is planning, what's going on in the building. You feel a different vibe with this team. You feel a different aura around this team. Now, right now, it may be all smoke and mirrors. We're all hoping for the rose-colored glasses, but I don't know, Kevin. I don't know. For me, there's just a change in this building. And this is why I got 2 things to bring up first. And this is why I'm aggravated that Vegas sees us as 5.5 wins. Are you fucking shitting me? Sorry for my language. Are you shitting me? 5.5 wins?
Right.
We should have won 5 or 6 games last year with the half-ass team we had.
Jump on the over. That's what I'd do.
Yeah. Like such disrespect.
Matter of fact, I may go do that after this.
Yeah. And Houston and Atlanta are the only teams I believe they have finishing worse than 5 wins. So the Giants are going to be much better than us in this win department.
Yeah.
Jacksonville, Jacksonville sounds like us 7 years ago. Just throw money at who's ever out there that's willing to take our 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, whatever we throw at you.
How are they going to sign their draft picks now?
Who knows? I guess they'll have to make some cuts. I guess they'll have money in reserve. I don't know. I believe we still have close to 14, 15, 16 million available at our disposal. So,
And hey, you never know. We cut a few people here and there.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you got another 10, 20 million. Who knows?
Yeah. And let me tell you something, Kev. Everyone's talking about injuries, This has to be the makeout year for Mekhi Becton. There can't be no more, all right, Greg Van Roden fell on his leg, rolled up on him. Listen, right.
You can't stay on the field this year. You're a bust.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Because the LaFleur Saleh regime did not draft you. And there's talk that they were a little aggravated that Saleh's first year, Mekhi came in overweight. Like, you're working for a new coach. I know when I'm at a job, and I remember being in the personal training business, and my gym was overbought by someone else. I had to show that I could compete. Like, I know my stuff for the new bosses who came in.
With the money you're making, you should have a personal trainer. You should have a nutritionist. You should do everything you got to do. And I mean, you see the videos on Twitter and everything that he's working out.
Yeah.
I saw one. He had weights in his hand. He walked from one end of the room to the other and back.
Yeah.
All right.
You know what, Kevin, I agree. We used to do that stuff with my clients. I did that. You hold the dumbbells, you walk one end, or you do your lunges that way. You do calf raises that, you walk, you do your farmer toe raises where you lift, as you're walking, you lift your toes, so you're working the calf. I've seen all of it. I'm very impressed with it. I like it. But again, I got to see it on the field. And
it's one thing to walk across the room with weights in your hand. It's another thing to stop a couple of defensive linemen getting around you.
Yeah. I mean, and we're Becton fans. We're not down on the kid, but this got to be the shut up, right? The breakout year for him. This is season 3 now.
Listen, and I was ecstatic when we drafted him. I was like, oh man, we replaced the Brickshaw finally. This guy's going to be here for 10 years.
Yeah.
Not the way it looks now.
So now that leads me to my question. And maybe next week we'll have more time. We'll break down every position of need for the Jets, and we'll give our top 5 draft picks, and we'll talk about that, me and you. But here's my question then. If Evan Neal, the O-lineman for Alabama, is sitting there at 4, is that a reach? Let's say Kayvon, Hutchinson, and Jordan Davis, whoever else you want
are off the board.
Javon Walker is off the board, and Evan Neal is sitting there at 4. Is that a far stretch if we take this man at 4? Or are we so sure Becton's coming back to solidify that line?
I don't know how you can be sure about anything with Becton.
Yeah. So is it a reach? Is it a reach if they go O-line instead of defensive end in the draft?
I mean, if the top edge guys are off the board.
Well, let's say the top 3, which everyone believes are Hutchinson, Walker, and Thibodeau. If they're off the board, do you go with supposedly the 4th best one in Jermaine Johnson, or is that a reach because he's the 4th best one according to these polls, these draft people? Or do you go with the best O-lineman?
If I can't get the top 3, I'm gonna go cornerback. I'm gonna go offensive lineman.
Okay. Now, did you hear any? Speaking
receiver.
Speaking of safeties, did you hear any negative about Kyle Hamilton?
No.
I heard he ran a poor 40. He ran poor 40-yard dash in the combine. Did you hear anything about that?
No, no. You know, if it was me, safety wise, I don't know. I might wait it out a little bit. And where's Honey Badger?
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
I don't know.
Yeah. He's
You know,
still out there.
You know the secondary you'd have? You throw
Yeah.
him back there with Whitehead.
Yeah. No,
I don't know.
I hear you. I'm not gonna, like I said, I would love to have Honey Badger in here, but what's the
Yeah.
dollar value? Like that's probably it. Like we said, Joe
Well,
Douglas is
the
gonna
dollar value's got to be going down because ain't nobody picking them up.
No, I know. I know. I know.
Question is why?
How
Lost too
old is
much.
he now? What's his
I don't,
age?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Is it too much money?
I don't know what he's asking for.
Is it age? I mean, I don't know.
Is he on the other side of 30? Is he 31? Or is he still 28, 29?
Like I said,
I don't
yeah,
know.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
comment below and tell us.
Yep. Yes. Also remember to like and subscribe. Our
That's
good
right.
friends out there.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like Kev, like maybe next week what we'll do is we'll take, let's say, wide receiver, cornerback, safety, defensive end, defensive tackle, O-line, and linebackers, because these are all positions of need. We really don't need a quarterback or a tight end, so we won't have to worry about that. We'll break it down.
Listen, how nice is it to know you got a couple of tight ends? Good ones.
Yeah. And 2 tight ends that could really help Kenny Yeboah in the classroom.
Right. And I don't think we've had a tight end of this caliber. Schuler?
Dustin Keller, maybe the last one.
Keller?
Yeah.
I mean, Johnny Bust Mitchell? I don't know.
No, yeah. No, you're right. You're right. That Mickey Schuler, Jerome Barkham type of tight ends. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm excited about these tight ends.
Oh, hell yeah.
And this is what I'm saying to you, Kev. Like when Vegas looks at us as 5.5, I know they probably look at the strength of schedule, which I think our schedule is, I thought I heard somewhere is the 5th toughest in the league this year. But when I see what we did last year, and Zach is his 2nd year now in this offense, and we just brought in these tight ends to go with a Corey Davis, to go with Elijah Moore, to go with a Braxton Berrios. Right now, before we even get to the draft, I see us as a 6-7 team. Now, again, I'm a Jet fan, so I'm wearing the glasses, but I mean, you mean to tell me that in our division alone, we can't split with Miami and New England?
Oh, listen, I saw stuff where people got Miami winning the division.
I know.
All right. Relax.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, I look at our division, and on any given Sunday, anything could happen. We can't go 3 for 3.
How you gonna win? How you gonna win the division, Miami, when Tyreek's laying unconscious on the field after Whitehead just hit him?
Yeah. Or Tua can't get the ball to him because he throws dirt balls.
Listen, when you go out, don't run past 25 yards because I can't reach you.
I can't reach you. Yeah. Yeah. So, like, you know, there's, again, I think Vegas is crazy for picking us at 5.5, but let's hope we make everybody eat their words and we're sitting here a 10-win team. Now, maybe that's too high of a ceiling, but you know what? I don't know when I've been happy about a free agent class than this one.
Oh, this was good.
You know, everything they're saying.
And hey, they might not be done.
Yeah. No, you're right.
So
you're right.
What did I see?
Nice. Can you imagine if the football gods bless us with a Metcalf or the kid from Tennessee? Can you imagine?
I'd rather have the kid from Tennessee now that I've done some research, I'd rather have the kid from Tennessee.
Can you
I'd rather have a Jet.
Wow, can you imagine if the football gods, but again, until we,
Isn't it nice to sit here in April and like, oh man, it's always nice to be a Jet fan in April.
yeah, of course it is. Of course it is.
It's September through January that we have a problem.
And then, Kevin, no matter who we draft, no matter who we signed in free agency, we get Carl Lawson back. It's going to be up to our nutrition staff, our strength and conditioning staff to keep these guys healthy, to keep them hydrated, to keep them on the field. That it doesn't matter. We could sign the 10 best players in the league. If we can't coach them right, keep them healthy, and keep them on the field, it's not going to matter. I
think we said during the season last year, when every week you had somebody going out with an injury, like a ridiculous injury.
Yeah.
It made, I remember us questioning the strength and conditioning.
Yes.
Like, what's going on here? I don't know.
You know, and that leads me back to Mackay as a young 22, 23-year-old kid. And I understand he's keeping his nose clean. He stays at home, plays his video games. He stays out of trouble. I get all that. But as a young kid at 23, the hour or the hour and a half that you're in the gym is nice, but that's only 33% of what you need to do. The other 67% is what you do outside the gym. Are you fueling properly? Are you sleeping properly? Are you putting good nutrition into your body? You know?
Or you eating chicken and biscuits all the time.
Yeah, and sitting on the couch playing video games till 4 in the morning.
Right.
You know, like we've always said it to the clients, what you do in the gym is small compared to the other 23 hours outside the gym. You could, and listen, in our 20s, Kevin, we worked out like fiends, and then we, went to the beach. We were drunk as skunks, and we recovered quickly. I get it. But
those were the days.
Yeah. But this kid is not recovering quickly. And I'm not saying he's doing any of that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. But instead of playing video games, I would like to hear, I go to the gym in the morning. I come back. I have a nice, healthy meal. I take an hour nap. I get fluids. And then I go for a light jog or a brisk walk.
I go jog on the beach,
Yeah, I go for a brisk walk, I have a nice meal, come back, get some fluids in me, maybe take another nap or whatever. And then at night I do, a bike ride, it doesn't have to be a 20, like he should be doing more outside of the gym than just that hour or 2 hours in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's keeping his nose clean. But I mean, at 23, I never wanted to be in the house playing video games. I never played a video game in my life. It was the gym in the morning. It was
23 years old. Man, who was sitting on the couch playing video games?
That's the world today. But I'm just trying to think of me as a 23-year-old, and my morning routine was maybe a workout, good nutrition, came home from work, met a buddy, went for a run, or, did a calisthenics class, did some extra push-ups or crunches. Like, it wasn't sitting still for 22 hours. You got to keep that body moving. You got to You got to eat right, You got to replenish right.
It's all about refueling, rehydrating.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry. Like, I understand he got this injury and whatever, but it should not be now going on a year and he's not able to do football activity.
That's ridiculous. Remember when they told us it was like 4 to 6 weeks, then it was 8 weeks, then we're just, being as though the record and everything, we'll throw them right to injured reserve.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like this coaching staff is not sold on him yet. I'm not saying they want to get rid of him, but I don't think he's their guy. And he's going to have to prove it this year. He's going to have to come back and knock some heads off. which I
I
would love.
agree.
I want that for him. I know I sound like I'm being negative. All I'm trying to say is that at 22, 23, there's got to be more to his regimen than video games. You know? I remember in our heydays, Kevin, we used to do, and bodybuilders still do, and I know he's not a Bible, two-a-days. You did your workout in the morning, your weights, and then at night you did your cardio or vice. Like, he's got to do a little more. He's got to do a little more, in my opinion. Whether it's
I agree, man.
Football-related drills in the afternoon or in the evenings. You know, again, I want Makai to come back because I was over the moon when we drafted this kid.
I mean, it's like, are you one of those guys that when practice is over, you're still out there with the jug machine, you're still out there, you know what I'm saying? Are you one of those guys?
Yeah. Or you're the first to hit the showers and out the door and in your car.
Right.
Yeah. And I know Joe D came on late to that first year draft. A lot of people don't want to take responsibility. It was late. But this new regime of coaches, you're not one of theirs. They didn't have a say in you. Even more reason why you have to show them.
There's no loyalty.
Yep. So this is the make or break year for me with Makai. So we'll see how that goes.
We'll see how, hey.
You know?
We'll see.
And of course, Kevin, if I had my way in this draft, I would love to have Thibodeau at 4 and Sauce Gardner at 10. That would make me happy as a pig and poo. And let's rock.
Yeah,
you know,
let's go.
We could get a receiver in that second round. You know, maybe even move back into the first round, which leads me to an interesting question. If you're sitting there at 35 and the first night is over and Tyler Lindenbaum is still sitting there at center, do you jump the Jags? Because everyone thinks now with the center for the Jags retiring, the Jags will take him. Do you try to jump the Jags and take a Tyler Lindenbaum, or you don't risk assets?
Listen, if you could get yourself another Mangold type for the next 10 years, come on, man.
Yep.
It's a no-brainer to me.
Yeah, I was wondering that too, but a lot of people might say, well, you live with McGovern 1 more year, and then you see what comes out of it.
All right, and then what?
Yeah, then you have to look for a center next year. I know. I just wonder what would be the train
bird in the hand.
Yeah.
Worth 2 in the bush. So
yeah. And listen, the next 3 weeks, if we do get a receiver, then we're not going to draft a receiver. At least I don't think we are in the first or even the second round. We might save that for a later round because this receiving class this draft is supposed to be rich with receiver talent. So
all right, yeah, but I'd rather have an established guy, especially for a young quarterback.
Yeah.
Going into his second year, you know?
Yeah.
I'd rather have a guy that I know can muscle out defenders, that I know can get open, that I know knows how to run routes, and that I know knows enough, sees his quarterback in trouble, he comes back to him. You know, comes with it. You know, I want a receiver that knows if it's 3rd and 6 or 3rd and 7, run 9 yards and turn around, not 5.
No. So you're saying then let's say we don't draft a quarterback a receiver in round 1. You rather draft a receiver with that 35th pick than
I'd rather get a receiver in free agency. One that knows what he's doing.
Okay.
With a young quarterback going into his second year, I want experienced wide receivers.
Okay. No, I understand, but I'm just talking about draft related. Let's say we don't get the receiver, but the center is sitting there and there's a receiver sitting there. You would go with the receiver then, right? Instead of trying to jump the Jags to bring in a center if he's sitting there?
It depends on who the center and the receiver are.
Okay. Yeah. All right. It makes sense.
You know, but as far, like I'm saying, as far as receiver, I want a guy that knows what he's doing for my young quarterback. Okay. I want an established guy that knows how to muscle out defenders already, that doesn't have to be taught to do that. I want a guy who knows to come back to his quarterback when he sees him in trouble. You know, come back to the ball.
Yeah.
I want I want a guy that knows if it's 3rd and 7, I got to run 9 yards and turn around, not 5.
Yeah, no, you're right.
You know, I mean, how many times we watch 3rd and 7? The guy runs 5 yards and turns around instead of running 9 yards and turning around. I mean, how stupid it is.
Yeah. But then you want,
And then you wonder why you don't pick up the first down.
but
Oh,
also,
well, all right. I'm 2 yards short. Well, you stupid prick. You only ran 5 yards and it was 3rd and 7. Holy crap.
Oh, that is clever. But you know what? Let's
God, this is like we're not splitting atoms here. This is freaking common sense.
the thing is, Kev, we gotta take it from the other end and say, I was gonna run 7 yards, but our offensive line didn't give Zach enough time. So I only had a chance to go 5. You called him a stupid prick. That's funny. That is funny.
Well,
yeah, no,
well,
I hear you. Anyway. Yeah, I guess, like I said, maybe next week what we should do is we gave us 8, 9 categories. Let's put off 5 for each category and we could bounce it back next week and that'll make for some good, interesting stuff. As of now, Kevin, I mean, anything we say has been said. Anything we say, people are going to disagree or agree.
Like, and now starts the smoke in the mirrors.
Yeah.
The feeling each other out, see who's going to do what. Well, now we're not looking for this guy when really you're looking for that guy. So,
yeah. And that's the thing. Like, it's so out there that we need a wide receiver. So now other teams who are picking 7, 8, 9 might say, well, yeah, we're interested in a wide receiver, hoping to fire us up to say, well, we'll jump you. We'll move up to your spot and give you, But I know Joe D knows what he's doing. He's not falling for any of that. But
well, when it was Moore's birthday last week and all the stuff with AJ Brown on Twitter and everything.
Yeah.
You saw AJ Brown tweet to Moore like, man, y'all's fans are nuts. Because all the Jeff fans, come on.
You know what, Kev? We're definitely, to our credit, we're definitely a passionate fan base. I don't see that from any other fan base.
Imagine if we won.
Oh,
how passionate we'd be.
Can you imagine, Kev? And we lived during the Mets in '86, all those Yankee championships, even the football giants. We know what this city is like when our teams are good.
Nothing like it.
If this Jet team ever got to a Super Bowl, there's going to be a parade in New York, New Jersey, just for getting there. And if this team wins it, I don't know if Manhattan could hold what's going to come down to the caravan of heroes that I don't know what this city's going to hold, because I've waited all my life for this. And I will be there. I sleep 3 days before that parade to get a good spot.
Listen, you and me both.
You and me both. I've lived through it in '86 and saw it. I lived through it, and I'm not a Yankee fan when the Yankees won, and I'm not a Giant fan and when they won. Can you imagine if this team wins it? Can you imagine?
No.
There might be people lined up all the way on Warren Street and all the way on Fulton Street and lines of people, because anyone our age and younger has never seen it. And
not if you're a Jeff fan.
Yeah.
Nope.
So can you imagine?
I'm telling you, the closest we got was, I remember, I've told this story before. We were season ticket holders for years and years, since Shea.
Yeah.
98, you went into a lottery. Okay, season ticket holders went into a lottery for Super Bowl tickets. Well, we won the damn lottery. We had the tickets. There we were in Denver in 98, minutes away. Curtis Martin goes in to make it 10-zip after the blocked punt by Blake Spence.
Yeah. And then we came out and shit the bed. Yeah. No, I know.
It all started with an Alex Van Dyke drop. It also, no. A Keith Byers fumble is
Fumble.
where it started.
Yeah.
Where for some reason he got it in his head, I'm gonna leap over the defender.
Yeah.
He goes to leap over the defender. Out comes the ball.
Yeah.
And it
And
was,
Kevin, correct me if I'm wrong, because you seem to have a way better memory than me. Didn't the second half start off with us fumbling the punt, the kickoff?
oh man, I don't remember. I'd have to go back and watch it again. I
thought
just remember that blocked punt. Denver was backed up to their own end zone, punting. Blake Spence, who
yeah,
comes
yeah.
out of nowhere, blocks the punt. Next play, Martin takes it in to make it 10-zip. I'm like, holy crap, we're going to Miami.
Yeah, I really thought so too. Anyway, brother, that's it for my end.
Yeah,
That's
same here.
Next
Same
week
here.
next week we'll give you our top 5 at wide receiver, defensive end, cornerback, safety, defensive tackle, O-line, and linebacker. And we'll compare our notes, who my 5 is compared to your 5.
Sounds good
That
to
should
me.
be a fun show next week.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. We can start
55.
diving into this draft.
Yep.
Looking forward to it.
Yep. Me too, my brother. All right. You enjoy your Saturday.
You too. You guys enjoy your Saturday out there. Hey, like, subscribe, share. We appreciate every last one of you guys. So,
yes, we do. That is true.
All right. And we'll talk to you next week.
Sounds good.
Sound good? All right, you guys. Have a good one. And get up. Talk to you later.
All right.